Today, I'm going to show you how to get started jump roping. You're not going to be able to watch a video of someone jump roping at high speeds and doing tricks and learn how to do it. That's just a joke. All of jump roping descends from timing and rhythm. And those can't be taught, but I can at least show you the motion so that you can try on your own and learn how to feel rhythm and feel the timing. Because when you go at high speeds, you're not thinking, you're feeling. So to start, you want to get a jump rope that suits you. And what does that mean? First of all, I don't love the jump rope I have. It just happens to be what I have. And I haven't gone online to buy a better one. So it's not the best example, as you can see. Usually really good jump ropes are not going to start to bend. This is a sort of an air filling in it. I can't recommend a great brand, but probably Ringside Boxing will have a really solid speed jump rope. That's what I would prefer to use. I'll get one eventually. And I've used them in the past when I was boxing. So when I say a jump rope that suits you, it's not just about the feel of it and the handles and how they're designed, but it's also about the length. So the length of the jump rope, if you watch me jump here, should basically go just a little bit over my head and not require me to bend forward to make it underneath my legs without getting caught. So if we're jump roping slowly, you can see I've got 6 inches to a foot over my head. As I speed up, I will have less because I'll extend my arms, the rope will tighten. It's not going to be as loose as this. But you can see how it was going over my head. If you're really good at jump rope, it can be going over by an inch and you can still do tricks, you still do all sorts of stuff. But don't try that at the start. That's unnecessary. So what are you going to do to learn how? If you go too slowly, you're not going to learn rhythm. You can start to learn timing, but you're not going to really feel it. But it's a good thing to do so you can at least know the motions. So you start with technique, and then you actually implement and go towards a realistic use of a jump rope. So you could even throw a jump rope down. You don't even need one. And I assume if you're able-bodied, you can jump. So the basic jump motion, jumping rope, is this. Your feet can be close together, they can be spread apart, but think of like doing jumping jacks. You could do that jump roping. So that's not so complex. But you don't want to jump too high, because that's going to throw off your timing. If you jump really high, you'll have to speed up the rope with your hands to make it under your feet, or rather slow down the rope. If you jump too low, the rope is going to get caught either on the tip of your toes of your shoe, or it's going to get caught underneath, just underneath, or maybe even on your heel, depending on how you're jumping. So you're going to want to jump slowly. You can imagine having a rope in your hands. So you're going to kind of hold your hands like this, almost as if you're pulling something towards you, like demanding money at a table or something. So you'll jump, so you're going to bend your knees a little. See how my hands are going out. You're starting a motion. It's a full body motion. It is not simply jumping and moving your hands. It's all one. And that's when we talk about timing and rhythm and feeling it. You're going to be able to feel with your legs when your hands are coming around because you're going to grow accustomed to how the motion goes. You're not even going to think about it eventually if you practice this. It takes a ton of practice, but it is not the hardest workout. It's way more efficient than running. You can burn something like 50% more calories per workout for the same amount of time as you would running or jogging if you're jumping rope at a high speed. So again, not at the start, but once you get used to it, a way quicker way to get a good workout in, to be honest, and a way more efficient way to burn higher calories than running, even if you're going to do it long distance. You could jump rope for an hour. It might be tough, but you get the idea. So again, the motion is bend your knees a little, your hands are starting to come around. They're going to come basically to where your rib cage is, not behind it. And depending on the length of the rope, you could do really short motions, but just for purposes here, showing you how to do it in a more practicable way. So you're going to go here, bend your knees, you're bringing your hands over, you're jumping at the same time. So basically, it's going to look like that. So just as I land, basically what I did there, it would have landed right under my feet. So you're going to go like this. And then you could start doing tricks with it. But this is the basic motion. So if you want to start with your feet and then implement as if you're jumping. And it's going to feel weird at first, and it probably looks weird if you don't have a jump rope. But it's a very useful way to start doing it. And now if you're gonna watch me do it, I'll do it very slowly. I'm gonna keep my feet just about together, not fully shoulder width apart, not touching, but if you make them too wide, it's gonna make it hard to get the jump rope underneath. So again, starting very slowly, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So the hands are gonna define when the feet are moving. So if your feet, you could do it the opposite way. You could start jumping and then get the rope moving, but that's a little unrealistic. Although you'll do that as you're jumping around, you can play around like this, and then your hands are just going to stay to the side, or one hand will. You're moving it around. You're keeping rhythm without jumping. Keeping rhythm without jumping, and then you're going to bring it back. So in that sense, to an extent, your feet can define how it's going to move, but really the hands are the start of the motion, right? So as you're going down, before your feet have left the ground, your hands are telling your legs to come up. So what I would recommend, if you're going to try to do this and learn, don't worry about doing anything complex. Worry about timing, rhythm, and then also calf and foot strength. The first few times you do this for a few minutes at a time, or 3 minutes, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, your feet are going to potentially feel tight after. You need to be hydrated before, you need to rehydrate after, and that even goes if you're not sweating. But after about 10 to 15 minutes, you'll be schwitzing up a storm, I promise that, even if you do it at a relatively slow pace. So again, start slowly. Count it out, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And what you can also do is, eventually you can put music on, you can help that define your rhythm. I would recommend not doing that at the start unless for some reason you desperately need music to work out, to motivate yourself. If music is defining your rhythm, it's going to be really hard to develop it and to develop timing, because you're going to be too reliant on the songs that you're using or the beats that you're playing at the time. But if you learn rhythm yourself, if you learn timing yourself, then you can throw in a song and you can almost just like dancing to the beat. But you have to first know how to dance before you can dance to a beat. You don't just start moving. Maybe you can feel it, but you kind of have to know how to move your feet, move your body to it. And the same thing goes for jump rope. So again, I'd recommend, in boxing we do 3-minute rounds, 1 minute rest. So try that. Do just for 3 minutes straight, slow jump roping, and see how you feel. See how often you are getting caught with the jump rope over your toe, under your foot, getting caught on your heel. As you get tired, you will definitely notice that you're making more and more mistakes. That's only natural. Don't let it discourage you. If you do, you're gonna stop jump roping. I still have it get caught on me. I get tired. I'll do 45-minute sessions. By the end of it, or in the midst of it, yeah, jump ropes will get caught. You try a new trick and you screw it up and you might whip yourself. So that's one final note. As you're jumping rope, definitely wear pants. Not something too heavy, you don't want to be too hot. And if you can, if I were going fast, and after I record this, I'm going to do a jump rope session, you're going to also want to wear maybe a long sleeve exercise shirt, like an Under Armour or something moisture wicking. If when I was boxing, you'd throw on a sweatshirt, or you'd throw on a sauna suit and really want to sweat it out, I wouldn't recommend that. You could figure that out yourself if you ever want to try, but I won't get involved in anything that involves excessive water weight loss. That's like a lawsuit waiting to happen. But it is a great workout. You have to know what you're getting into. You don't want to get discouraged. Start with 3 minutes on, 1 minute off. Maybe that's your first session. Maybe you just do 2 minutes just to get started. And then you do 3 minutes. And then you do 4 minutes. Then you do 5. And then instead of continually increasing the time and doing the same pace, maybe go back to 3 minutes, back to 2 minutes, but increase the pace. So if we start out doing this, and that got caught because it's so slow, it actually is hard to go very slow. But if we're doing this, and then maybe pick it up to that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. We're starting 1, 2, 3, 4. So it basically works to the beat of music. You could even buy a metronome, or not even buy a metronome, you download an app now, and that can just sort of keep pace for you. And you can use that to help you follow along and maintain your pace. But I'll record more videos to show how to do tricks. I'm mostly, other than boxing when I was younger, mostly self-taught with this, so I kind of know how I learned to do this stuff and how I continue to do different tricks and increase the pace and move forward and backward and all that stuff. But start slow, building blocks, build a good foundation, both technique-wise and both personal fitness-wise, and then you can build on top of that. You don't want to build on sand, you don't want to build on ice that's going to eventually melt. You want to build sturdy at the bottom and then build a tower, a skill set tower on top of that. And it becomes very easy as you increment. It's not easy to do it all at once. Again, as I've said twice now, don't get discouraged. Give it a try. It's a great workout. Mix it in with the other things you're doing, or eventually get skilled enough to make it an entire workout. It's a really great way to lose weight, really great way to get sweating, and to very efficiently burn some calories. So hopefully you enjoyed that. I will continue to make these, and if you do try out, please send me videos or tell me if this was helpful.